we're gonna get into this book. Oh, just a little bit about me, who I am. Just a little something. So this book, right, it's been a lot of years in the making. It started off as like a chronicle, like a journal, so to speak. That's what I wanted to do, but then it turned into a book of poetry. But, you know, because of imposter syndrome, that took over, and I thought, like, who'd want to read or listen to a collection of poetry about his father trying to leave instruction for his daughter?
I would.
But yeah, well, it happened. So no, but I gave myself permission, but on a couple of levels, right? It was permission to be okay with the things that I don't have the language for right now for her, but also that these stories kept moving and changing, and I'm like, oh, I can't write the book now. I can't end it now because now she's 9, and then she's 10, and then she's 15, and, you know, going on 35. But I was finally like, look, I gave myself permission to end this chapter. So y'all imagine we're all in a, we're all like in a dark room, similar to this. And my daughter's in the room and she's listening, but not listening, but kinda similar to this. And we're just gonna chat, right, y'all? We're just gonna have a conversation with her and with her village, similar to this. So this story is a black man looking through his great-grandmother's torture to find his daughter in salvation, Britta Crop. This here is brown man daddy speak. Tongue trying to pull repentance from a distant scream, paused to silent, read defiant. Wiping the blood from the leaves, I am man only because of the war. You have fought behind the front lines to be seen, strange fruit. We be strange fruit, hanging right before the last breath. This be a daddy in prayer, eyes already removed and written into eulogy, so his daughter will always be seen and not refused because he is scared. Because he's terrified. Because he will not always be there to guard her ribs. Because when the midnight calls him home, he dreams about conversing with the soil, digging her placenta into the roots of ancestors for guidance, afraid that he'll find them in some trauma from '84 and even more, mix them into the bones, walking her into naive. And I look at her in the same room, the same quiet, and I say, baby, that's a daddy afraid. That's a father in prayer, but before the fear, before the what if I'm not there, there was these women that could tell the wind what to do. Because I don't want her to think this love started with a man who was scared. It started with women who were certain. There were women who could tell the wind what to do, and across the ocean, your grandmother is everything goodness. Your mom says she can see the wrinkles swimming her skin, but I see her in her still. Young and wise since conception, she taught your mother the burger in her unspoken. Her body language is a welcome born seamlessly in a smile. She lives for her children with a theme to love first sentence, hold close what is yours. And with her own knees worn loosely fitted, she will convince the wind to rain instead of blow, and the wind will comply because it will want to for her. You've absorbed these women into your ocean eyes without yet knowing. It's why you nurture so well at 4 years old, so you from the source of what bends weather, when you finally came, as you, flower girl, as you, Violet, Baptiste, Isis, dream weaver, peacock, beautiful, Colombo, black priestess, oval eyes casting spells longer than they've been open, evoking Athena, golden water, Hatshepsut's crown, air. I breathe your mother when your head touches my neck. Together you support my lungs, these little hands. mangled stern, I am wet moss with you. I leave you tender like clouds expanding into themselves, imploding legends to fit your palms swallow, and you are dancing grandmothers into wrinkles and folded flesh, smiling ghosts in your full cheeks. I fear only you solely, as you are the inner lining my heart believes in. My heart, you are the inner lining my heart believes in. Fuck, I am not gonna get emotional doing this. Even in the moments when I don't believe in myself, when doubting enters, even in the beautiful moments, you, I mean I, I mean you, I mean I mean confession number 44. Often he, they, and them in my poetry really mean I and me and us. I'm still building up the courage, the courage I climb into each morning. Wow. But this heavy is undoing me. It's undoing the stitches, and they are separating. I am leaking through. Every little bit of Congo has been sewn into the sleeves. Every Sudan, every refugee that has been imprinted with the fear of losing home, everything patchworked into this suit of valor is starting to unravel and reveal that this courage is only borrowed. And see, that's the thing, right? That's the thing that nobody tells you about fathering. That half the time, the chest you've been walking around with is rented from people who survived more than you. And the seams know it. But regardless, God let me hear her before she could hear my doubt. I remember when she started talking. God damn, she ain't stopped talking. I'm sorry, that's not When she started talking, and the first time I heard her tell a friend, as I walked outside, she pointed and she said, "That's my daddy. It's my daddy." And for those of y'all that know, it's like a revolution hidden beneath the tongue and the teeth, caging an emancipation. It buckles the strongest knees, eyes flood faster than the speed of light. The most hardened, the most adulterated hearts are victim to what makes most men forget the city they've become. The sweetest fruit ripen our ears and amnesia, the pain the first time we hear it. That's my daddy. Now that's cousin to the family of three-pronged daggers, like I love you, but unlike the others that cannot be exchanged by circumstance or as a symbol of a body in motion, her mouth, with only 3 years in mastering language, built a concerto with her tongue, and she told her new friend, "That's my daddy." Y'all, I found life without knowing how it found me. I to a place where all the captured heaven ever created settled in a single moment. Masculinity unbodied, laid to waste to a venom without pain. And this felt like the echo back when you call out to the universe for purpose. Everything that our body was created to house. Then 9 years more, I still bleed into water to quench her heart. Except now the words ferment with age. Then the doubt, right? The doubt comes in from the core. Am I still worth the same serenade? Does it soothe the throat with the same thirst it did at 3 years old? Am I a false prophet exposed by the fault she could not language at 3 years young? That's my daddy becomes a goal when it once was a skin I wore effortlessly. Now I'm a naked prayer backing away from its own scripture. Now Psalms callous from pulling at my own truth, perhaps not yet having mastered the art of letting go the ego. Now the ego can easily swallow the world, breaking it behind you. And I'm worried that this new world is unmasking a character never thought of his flaws. Perhaps the future is a cast spell yet learned, but it is important that some rituals skip a generation, yet and still I will never not be her daddy. And see, what I love about that, my daddy moment, is that it feels like it started with me. Like I earned it. But the truth is, it didn't start with me at all. I got to hear it. I didn't invent it. That kind of naming, a child claiming a man out loud, that's old in our family. Like I was born by a river in a little tent. No, just like that river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, and I know change gonna come. See, men in our line have been chasing one sentence from the children for generations. Some of us get it soft at 3 years older. Some of us have to wait till the ground stops shaking and it's silent. And your granddaddy, your grandfather hates silence. He is movement. If he is not movement, he is not breathing. If it is deemed impossible, it will be made so as commonplace. It's why you convinced yourself that you can fly even if the physics say no. His hands coarse, yet can give a touch as a summer breeze to loosen sand. His father, your great-grandfather, was of lash and prayer in a simple swing. And when he left, your grandfather grieved so deep it was only heard by earthquakes. On most days, he's still waking, molten from sleep. He won't let the pain surface and prefers the rumble to serve as a muffled reminder that there is something churning beneath the blood, the hurt. The hurt is still and weightless. A cliff dive grasping for an echo of his father's smile. This settling over time is a pilgrimage, and I worry because it's often the silent killers that lead to our demise, but I digress while you upgress. Well, that's not a word, but I don't care. I don't care. Because now she's not 9, but she's 15. Like I said, going on 35. And I'm hearing stuff like, and if you know, then you know. I'm hearing stuff like, where the huzz is at, and the Riz, and he got Riz, and he's so fine, and like, what the fuck? So y'all, I sat her down, right, and I was like, yo, you gonna learn this. We're gonna have a conversation. Listen here closely while I said all that in my mind. Didn't say it in person, but if I did, out loud, it would go something like, sweetheart, when these men that carry arsenals in their cheekbones smile at you, do not flinch, accept it with grace, then come get me because I'll beat these little motherfuckers. Relax. Do not flinch. Accept them with grace. When these men that carry arsenals in their cheekbones smile at you, do not flinch. Accept it as grace. Breathe. Do not inhale. If their eyes remind you of familiar, Press your lips tight. Let them see that your lashes double as switchblades and your teeth tear flesh from bone, because no one at first glance should know how to build a home in their cornea so quickly.
That's right.
Wow.
Now, we're not all bad. Not all of us, I'm just saying. Like, don't fear the species. But it's the ones with silver tongues and cold skin. They will paint your body with this curled language as if your innocence a canvas calling for quenching. When they come, be steadfast. Listen to your belly. If the hairs on your neck kiss sky when they breathe your name, become viper, recoil. Their brows will furl as they ache to invent landscapes for unplucked women to savor, to sketch into dependencies and fear. They will hard code this fluorescent gaze, cast unnatural light to avoid your daddy's silhouette, will trace your daddy's silhouette, will exhume the bad memories and clone the good ones as their own. When they come, know that they carry these smiles like pentagrams in their luggage mouths and sweekend smiles. They can smell how much you will make them better men. They will exchange prayer for prey. And your massive heart will quarry them, collect them like their rubble lineage in your pores. You will turn yourself inside out to forgive for them their Stonehenge fathers, but the sun can't scorch rock. It just heats the surface, so they wear no distinguishing markings, just this volcano eruption for skin. Do not mistake this for a warm heart. Calibrate. Comb through the oblivious. And if their hinged jaws detract, because as men we're taught to bite first. If their jaws soften and their smiles melt around your touch, check your gut. Hold on to your mama's definition of woman. Return the smile and then say hello. Because these little sorry. Like I said, hold on to your mama's definition of woman. Now y'all look, I laugh, but I worry. I worry, and the thing is, I worry because that what's been mistaken as gift was taken by sacrifice. And it will come one morning. She will see the shadow and recognize it has her scent. She can now faintly hear the cackle of boys tracing her frame. Till now it was just white noise. She wasn't yet taught how to work this into her prayers. This part came too fast. Wasn't told about the craving that would prey her, that Ethiopia saddled her face in the ways that twilight holds the moon, and her hips were house to still water, and mosquitoes like still water. And mosquitoes like to bite and trade in plasma, like her lips, red, full, not yet properly transacted. Eternity in this new body would make it stick. How can it be unstuck? Is there a way to be peacock without the bloom just a little bit longer? She would look deeply into the mirror and purge the features that her mother held for her. In heartbreak, she will wish she was nothing again. That she will wake each morning missing. These men see too much of me. Mama, please tell me what to do. Because it hurts to be this woman I am now being told to tame. Now, I say this, but don't get me wrong. I want love for her. But sometimes we love like two moons pulling at the same sun, whose last thought is to see the sky. It's a potent poison. It's the one thing I both fear for her and want desperately for her. Love. Like that good love, that Notebook type shit, you know? Kind of love, you know? And that's exactly why I get so nervous around love, because the same gravity that makes two bodies find each other can, on the wrong day, make them tear one another out of orbit. And if you're a black woman carrying everybody's inheritance, sometimes the only way to survive that kind of tenderness is to turn the volume all the way up. So nobody mistakes you for available. So yeah, I just don't want,
that's right.
I just don't want you to be loved. I want you to be loved and still sound like, oh my, she's so siren. She be a grenade in the throat of a floating ember. A click boom stuffed into an echo. Ain't near a mouth more trigger than this, say she. Look it. Look it, she all flames like two suns in a foot race to Genesis. Her fallen angel tucked into her waist, rosemary beads wrapped around her faded scar on her left wrist. I got my tubes tied on my 18th because I was coughing up auction blocks. So what y'all know about sacrificing? What y'all know about sacrificing the me for the us so the we could be I? See, none of y'all. And that there gives me the right to be nitroglycerin in the belly of a dying star. I'm just here hurrying up the light so you get to see what needs to be heard, except y'all just got shackle envy. Post, send. Y'all ain't been camera ready since Psalms and chapter. Post, send. Y'all mad because I'm bitch square rooted to the absolute value of love thyself. Post, send. And you wonder why your voice box be on mute when you out here with a bag of enslaved bones tied around your neck like jewels, like you adorned, like you not just swallowing words into a steady murmur you was given for free the first time they told you to shut the fuck up and you obliged. Because if the love she meets can't hold this version of her, the loud, the history in her throat version, then it isn't love, it's appetite. And I'm not raising her for appetite, I'm raising her for the altar.
Come on.
Because here's the part of the story we don't dance around in this room, right? We don't talk about how sometimes men don't listen. And sometimes the systems don't listen. Sometimes whole communities don't listen because there are women right now next to us in this same village who didn't get to keep what they were trying to protect, whose daughters were taken from grown hands like Dear John Reed, the mother who heard the call and the echo of this cruel world. And as for Dear John Reed, the pain makes your surrounding narrow and you will yell into the moment so barren that you will expect the hurt and the hurt's echo to be deafening. But you hear nothing back. And there's no echo because 14 is too young for Eden to bloom out of a chest so rehearsed. As if life a C-section prayer in reverse. There is no redemption in watching Eve pull back at the very ribs meant to beget life, but childless she is again. Her flowers pruned too close to the root, because the hunt of beasts can be measured in the eyes of your elders. Dear's daughter is lost to us now. And if it's so easy to lose yourself in this world, even your name, I mean, a whole person can leave the house as one name and show up in another country as somebody else. Right? Like, for example, your Linford was the name your granddad grew up with. It wasn't the name your great Nana gave him. She asked one Miss Inez, was on the way to the post office to register for her picnic then. Children were given to the world in bulk back then. Women already en route from the bush would carry the parish on their tongues. These things happened before the civil registration until it was actually created in Jamaica for all of the names of all of the youths. His name Your granddad, his name left the house that morning as Stanford and got lost along the way. It returned as Linford. Later, he moved to London and was given the name George. Maybe Stanford was too highbrow for a little Jamaican boy in England. At the time of shared tenements and washrooms in Brixton, now years later, one half of the family still call him Linford. He tells people he meets his name is George. Your grandmother was given the name Yvette. England also took it and replaced it with Polly. Sometimes names are just names. Other times they're something entirely different. One walk to town and your granddad's name is different. One boat ride later in England had an opinion too. So if a name, a whole name, can be changed that casually, I'd be lying if I stood here and said, I've got the world figured out for you.